This is my first website that I've designed using Divi 5, and this is for a client as a freelance job. So let me show you quickly what it looks like. Now, I still have a few hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours until I deliver the website. So this is what it looks like. I've gone in and added the main hero image here. I also have a blurb here, and I also created this footer. So as you can see, there's a few things I need to finish off over here. Now, when it comes to the blog page, I mean, the client insisted that they needed a blog. So here we are. We have our main blog page. Now, I only have one article, and also I went in and I was able to go in and just pretty much put together something quickly, and I'll show you how I was able to put this together. Next, we also have these pages. Now, these pages are very, very important because these are the companies under this holding group. So you can see this is HBBA Accountants. This is the information. Of course, I'm going to add a little more images to make the page look awesome. But what I've done for these specific companies, I've added this main banner here, this banner image, and I've also added a blue to it because that's part of our branding. So we also have HBBA Care here. This is a slightly different business, but under the same group. So you can see here, this is the information. And then we also have HBBA Training, and that's the information for the training. And then finally, we have Cavaclan. Okay, this is a housing project, and that's the information for it. Finally, over here, we have a contact page. Now, this contact page is very important because it needed to have an option to choose which company they want to inquire about. So I had to use a plugin called Fluent Forms to achieve this. And here's how it works. So over here, they can fill in their first name, last name, email address, and then inquiry here, it says choose company. And then you'd go over here and choose which company you want to inquire about. And then that's the subject line and message. Now, once the message is sent, I've also created a page, which is a thank you page. Let me show you where it is. I'm going to come over here to pages and then click on all pages. So here, the thank you page is right here. I'm going to view this in a new tab like that. And there we go. So it just says, thank you for reaching out to us. We typically respond to inquiries within 6 to 12 hours. And then that's the phone number. Okay. So pretty much it's a simple, straightforward website. And now I would like to show you how I was able to put this together, because you may just assume that, well, in Divi 5, I was just able to just piece everything together so fast. But I want to show you what I actually used here to be able to come up with this basic framework. So first of all, I used SiteKrafter Pro because I was able to now go in and design these pages fast. So let's go on and take a look at the main page first, which is our home page. So we're going to go back over here to our home page. Okay, so with this home page, I'm going to click on Edit with Divi. So when you take a look at this, I mean, in fact, you can see this is Divi 5. This is just the main image I added in the background here. But over here, these are our blurbs. Okay, so if I go into this particular one here, you can see that's our text. And then when I come over here to advanced CSS ID and classes, you can see here I have SK for my fonts here. I would need to clear the cache for this to show the fonts correctly. Okay, the size correctly. Okay, so with that, I've also used a hover effect. So if we go now to the page and do a quick preview, you're going to see that we have a hover effect over here. Look at that. So when I hover over here, you can see we have that slight shadow. I thought there was a nice subtle touch to this. And again, what I also did here was if I go to my row settings and then I go to my column, advanced, and CSS ID and classes, you're going to notice that I've actually used the grid and the grid auto. So if I remove this, you can see now everything is what? It's not, set correctly. But oops. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. So that's my grid auto. So it puts everything here automatically. And then if I go to, the different views, you can see there everything readjusts correctly. If I go to my phone, and then everything just looks great. Now, the reason why I would like working like this is because I don't want to be going in and back and forth and going into each screen size, adjusting how things are supposed to look. That will just take me a lot of time. So I just wanted to go in and just use SiteKrafter Pro to make things easier for me. Okay, so that was the main page. Now, the second thing that I did was, if we go back over here, if we go to Divi and let's go to Theme Builder. Okay, this is where I actually created some of these pages. So you can see here, these pages have their own templates, and this page is, remember the business pages that I mentioned? These are the pages. So what I did here was I just came in, and on my background here, I added a transparency. So that's my transparency for the background. Okay, so let's go with 0.5. Okay, so that's my transparency. And then over here, I also added, this is, what's it called again? Post content. Okay, so in order for me to add this information on the website properly, I'm going to show you how to do this, because you should not go into the actual builder to do this work. So what you do is, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to, let's say, for example, HBB accountants. And in here now, you want to add this content on edit. So you shouldn't use the Divi builder here. You need to use our normal Gutenberg blocks. Okay, this is how you enter the information, and it's rendered automatically on the actual website. So if you come over here, you can see we have our main image here, and then on the bottom here we have all our content, and it is all well laid out because I was using this theme builder. Okay, so that's where my main hero area is. So the same thing happens. Let me just save this and exit. So the same thing for the blog. This was a simple layout that I did here. So again, I made this hero area, and then in here I went in and I just added a site title through my dynamic content. Okay, so if you go in here, you can see it's my site title that I chose, but I'm not going to do anything there because it's already set. And then over here now, this is where I added my blog module. So you can see here, this is the blog module. So all the blogs that I add in here is going to be laid out correctly. Now, for example, in this case, I only have one, so that's why I left it as it is. But I would need to change this to, let's say, for example, in the design here, I can change my layout from full width to grid. But the only problem is if I set it to grid, I only have one item. Okay, so it doesn't look great when it's one item. But if I have three or so, I'm going to go in and add those, add the layout as a grid, because it looks much better that way. And I also created the page or the blog post. So let me show you. I'm just going to hit save here and exit. So when it comes to the blog post, again, I've come over here and I've just added an image, which is our main featured image. And then this is where the content goes. And pretty much that's it. But because I ran out of time, what I'm supposed to actually do is to come over here, maybe perhaps add another row. And then in this row, this is where we're going to add our comments. So I'm going to search for comments here. Like that. So now I can have my comments in here. So when someone comes to the website, they can add their comments to the blog. So quickly here, what I'm doing this video, I'm just going to go in and I am going to add padding of, I'm going to say large. Okay. And then I'm going to add a background. I'm going to say BG gray, and I'm going to go with gray 200 and see what that looks like. Okay, so I guess for this, I need to go even more dark, maybe. So you just have to experiment with this and see what works, because with this now, I would need to go in and change the colors of the background. So anyway, I'm going to go with gray 200, and I'm also going to add a radius, RAD, of medium, just to add a bit of some rounded corners there. So what I can do now is with this selected, I can go in and really customize this now. So I can go to my fields here. So fields background color, you can see I can change this to white. I can make it even darker if I want to. So let's go with something like that. Okay, just make it a bit darker. And pretty much I think I'm okay with that. Focus fields background color. Maybe we could go with a lighter color. Like that. So now, in fact, I'll need to test this to see what the focus looks like. But I think that looks great. I'm just going to keep things very simple here. And I could go in and actually work on the buttons here, the comment text and so on. But for now, I'm going to leave it like that. Exit. And I'm going to save all changes. Now let's take a look and see what the blog page or the blog actually looks like. So I'm going to go in here, choose it over here. And then when I scroll down, we should have a comment area. There we go. So there we go. We have our comment area, which is fantastic. So this is how you quickly go in and use the theme builder to work on your website super fast. Now, I'd also like to mention that I also use ChatGPT to come up with the content that I added here. So what I'm left with now is to just make sure everything is all lined up, the gaps, and also the spacing is all correct, and pretty much everything looks really, really on point. Now, the other thing that I also want to mention is I actually used ZipWP for this because I didn't want to work on the client's server to start off with. So this is where I came into ZipWP, and this is the actual website. In fact, if I click here, you can see it goes to the website. There we go. Okay. And yep. Right. So this is the starting point, and this is what I'm building on. Now, the reason why there was a quick turnaround on this project is because tomorrow the client is going to do a presentation, and they want people to at least see that there's a website that exists under this domain. So that is why there was a bit of a rush. So literally I had like 2.5 days to put this together. So yeah, it was a bit stressful, but I'm going to now start working on this as my foundation for building the actual website. But what came to really to the rescue here was the SiteKrafter Pro framework. It really helped a lot, and also the fact that I was working on ZipWP. Again, that was a massive advantage. So now, when it comes to moving this website over from this domain, well, what I need to do is to use a plugin. In fact, let me show you. If I go to my dashboard here and go to my plugins, I'm going to go to all plugins, install plugins. Okay, so the plugin that I'm going to be using is called WP Vivid. So all I need to do here is to go into settings, and I am going to do a backup of this website. So I'm going to go ahead and hit backup. And I'm sure, yes, there we go. So it's backing up. You can see here on the top. Now, it doesn't really take a long time, which is fantastic. So once this is done, I'm going to download this backup, and I will create a blank WordPress website on the client's website server, and then restore it. So over here now, I can go ahead and download this like that. Click on download. So now this complete website is now on my computer. So all I have to do now is to go to the client's computer, client server, set up a blank WordPress website, and then also create and also add this plugin onto that blank WordPress website, and then import this. In fact, you know what? I'll do a video and show you how this is actually done. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I have to go back to work now and make sure that I do further tweaks onto this website and really make it look on point. Let me know what you think. Is this the process that you use to design websites? Let me know in the comments box below. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care.